Hey friends, it's Jill at Texas Gardening Gal. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a Sunday, the end of June. It's beyond hot here in Southeast Texas, and I thought, why not kind of go around my yard and start digging up and getting rid of the things that need to be thrown away. Where I'm at, you're gonna have things that love the springtime, but then come summertime, it's just too hot and they're not gonna make it through the summer. And so I went to Lowe's today and actually got some real pretty succulent plants and flowers to replace them with. And I also added some goldfish today. Hey y'all, so it's a new day, same video. Decided to do some more rearranging because with the heat and with how some things are growing, I'm going to start shuffling some growing bags, some pots. I'm going to start working on my back corner with some landscaping. I want to show you some new grow bags that I got. And then also I debated whether or not keeping an old wicker chair that I had. I ended up spray painting it and it looks pretty good compared to what it did look like. So this was kind of the wicker that it looked like. This is actually, I'm sitting on a wicker couch, but this is what the chair looked like. And then in this corner, this is where I'm going to be doing some landscaping. But I went ahead and spray painted the chair a matte black color. So I think it looks pretty good, but I was going to throw it away. Like this here is pretty, well, it was pretty brittle. But I figured if I'd maybe get some holes here, get some nice flowers, landscape this area real nice, it'll look pretty cute. So back to this area over here. Look, nothing's really growing. It's been like this forever. I think I'm going to combine my marigolds that are alive. These two are zucchinis that haven't grown. They look like this forever. So I might just put them in a little pot. And as far as these two, they're taller black pots. I think I'm going to put them in the back corner like I showed you. We'll go ahead and move this one here. Get this back here. I'm just finding it where it's just too cluttery for me. So that's why, once again, we're going to go ahead and move some things. Here's a zucchini squash that's doing okay. I know there's some chewed up leaves, but got some new growth there, and I keep this under my covered patio. I like the grow bag. I'm not sure about these here that came with the grow bag. It's just kind of wobbly and uneven looking. So my thought process is, well, it was during the springtime that because it does get so hot here between July and September, which it actually got really hot kind of more third week of June maybe, is when the temps here in Southeast Houston got so hot. So it gets to a point where I just find it's not worth me planting a lot of things, just more specific type of plants. Like I did buy some succulents, flower succulents, that I'll show you here later on in the video. But I want to work more on, during these few months, new landscaping projects, remulching, trimming things up, and just maintaining what I have. And if I do decide to start things, I will attempt to try them under a covered patio or where there's more controlled sunlight, because if you just put something right now in this heat, the sun, direct sun, it's just gonna fry up. So it's best right now for me just to maintain and, like I said, just do some new projects versus doing a lot of planting of certain things. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to move some of these larger pots in my back corner to kind of figure out a layout of how I'm going to put everything. And then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and lay the weed barrier, and then I'm going to go with some black mulch, and then I will buy some larger brick and do the outline with brick. But here's the one big plant, and then I'm trying to get everything in that back corner. Some new items I wanted to share with you were these pretty grow bags. They did come, I think it was a package of 2, but I just love the paisley printout. These are 5-gallon grow bags. And then I purchased this yesterday at my local Lowe's. And then this here I purchased from an antique craft type store at a local shop here close to my home. So we'll go back out here. Again, just kind of trying to figure out that perfect spot. I might do some type of brick platform to have that raised some. But again, just to kind of get an idea of the layout. So let's go ahead and get my olive tree, which I think we're going to put back here. And look, everything's out of place. He just can't figure this out right now. You know, it's funny how you start out with having things in certain places to where later on down the road, you're like, nope, I don't like it here, we're gonna move it. And this is one of those cases. And this definitely needs to get straightened up. Okay, so we have the olive tree moved. This stands probably a good 5 feet 4 inches right now within that pot. So it's doing very well since I planted it in here. I loved how the flow of how this tree is. It just, I think, is so beautiful. Definitely needed a water break. It's so ridiculously hot here, but thank goodness I'm not in the sun. And that mat corner that I'm working on was one of those where last year I did have it done, or so I thought so, and I thought I was gonna do this whole other design of all these raised raised garden beds made out of the fence panels. So I did have a 3-foot by 6-foot long one, which was 3 fence panels high, and it was okay, but just to fill that whole thing up, just one of them, was insane. And I know you were probably thinking, well, Jill, you could have got sticks or leaves or, you know, whatever else you put in there. But unfortunately, I don't live in the country, or I don't have any trees. I don't have any big trees around me that I can just go gather up leaves or sticks or wherever. So I had to do dirt. And just to maintain it, I wasn't overall happy with it. So I ended up taking it down and recycling what I could, of which I am going to reuse some things and do a few other projects with that. I plan on doing a 6 by maybe, well, probably a 6 by 1, and just the one fence panel high. I'm going to do probably 2 of those and put them back there by that bed that I'm building and strictly do the Texas wildflowers. I have a large bag of seeds of those, of which I did them last year in a different area, and they really turned out nice. And there's actually a few flowers that did come up again this year, so I'm going to do a little portion of that. And then I'm also probably going to buy a larger bird bath. And then I love birds. My grandmother loved birds, and so it's kind of a good memory for me with that too. So I think I'm going to purchase a bird feeder, and that way I can see what all comes every day. I do know there are cardinals around here. I hear them in the morning, and mockingbirds, and so it's real nice in the morning when they're singing. All right, and this used to be a very beautiful zinnia plant with the pink and yellow zinnias. I'm trying to nurse this back to health here. I'm just trying to get all the dead leaves pulled off, and then I'll give it a good water, keep it in a more shaded area, and hopefully it'll grow back nice. So next we're gonna go ahead and move this from here, and we're gonna move it to this back wall there. Okay, so we have this now moved over here. I also had a peace lily, or part of the peace lily. I cut, it was a whole big plant, and I ended up putting it in half. I planted half of it in a pot, placed it in here, and then I have the other half in a very large vase in the house. So I went ahead and rinsed off the dirt, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the house. And I got a little frog friend. There's been a couple hopping around here. I put it in there, going on around here. Now I've got to get it breathed. And lastly, I want to go ahead and get some water added to my little fish pond here that I have. And that's it for today. So I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July holiday. And thank you for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye.